So, welcome everybody to our next afternoon session. So this is a bit of a panel discussion about redefining possible and thriving beyond a life-changing event. And you can see the stories of or a brief glimpse into the stories of the six folks who are going to join us in this panel discussion. And the common thread is all of them have refused to let that life-changing event define who they are and what they can accomplish. And Janisha, you really led into this conversation so nicely with your comments about your experience with Chris. So I would really love to start with you in this panel discussion and, to build on what you talked about. What are the things that you can share with others that have really helped inspire you? And continue to inspire you on a day-to-day basis to not let that life-changing event define who you are and really be continuing to accomplish what you're accomplishing.
I really just take it one day at a time. And literally sometimes I have to break it down to one task at a time. It's not always like one day at a time. Sometimes it's too big, so I have to break it down at one task. All right, my first task is let me get, because there's days I stay in the bed all day and I won't get out the bed because of the depression or because of me knowing what I could do before and versus what I have now. So I have to break it down by task. So when I break it down by task, I find it more easier. I find it easier for me to actually, put the pedal to the metal and actually force myself to get up. And then, the next day it doesn't feel so forceful. Next thing I'm more willing to get up and go and get out and find something to do or go ride my bike. And ultimately it comes down to, I have kids, that look at me. So I don't want them to look at me and be like, okay, well, she's giving up. So, if I go off to college, it'd be cool for me to give up. You know what I mean? So I use my kids as a reason to keep pushing forward, even when I don't want to. Because there's times I can just go ahead and just cancel it, just be like, get it, I give up, plain give up, and that's it. You know what I mean? And I just have to find any small reason or any big reason just to force myself to be like, all right, well, if you get past this one day, then all right, you'll get past the other day. And I use other people too, like just talking to Chris or talking to Brian. Me and Brian actually went out for wings one day, and just that little light that he turned on for me, it was just like, all right, well, you know, it's time to, when we leave this conversation or we go our separate ways, it's time to get, remember that conversation, remember those interactions you had with those type of people that are on the level that you want to get to actually push forward.
Yeah, that's I think great examples of surrounding yourself with other people that that can help inspire you or bring you energy. And the other part that I take away from that I think is also really powerful is in a way that's looking for support from others too, which is also a pretty powerful thing day to day. And so let's go to other members of the panel. Kirsty, I'm gonna go to you because now you're right in the middle of my Hollywood Squares in Zoom land here. And I would imagine for you, going from a very structured day by day, maybe military life, to having to inspire yourself or maybe look for that inspiration on a day-to-day basis. Does that resonate with you, that thought?
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the things that I really had to learn through my recovery and just trying to figure out how to repurpose myself was, I had to lean in to being uncomfortable. Obviously like uncertainty and pain and feeling like you don't have that purpose anymore, like when you get out of the military. That's challenging, and oftentimes my physical or my invisible injuries were a lot worse than my physical ones. So for me, being able to say, okay, I'm afraid of this, let's lean into it, and being able to kind of ride that wave of that energy is really what propelled me through on my recovery and into what I'm doing now. But I also think one of the things that I really had to learn how to do was be patient, just because it's not going to go according to plan. We have to be able to embrace that or embrace failure or the potential to fail, and then be able to have at least the the courage and the confidence in ourselves to get back up and try again. So for me, it was just being able to say, okay, I'm going to lean into being uncomfortable, and then I'm also going to learn to be patient with myself. I got to trust the process and have that routine. I had to create another routine and plan out, these goals. I'm a firm believer that if you don't have a plan, it's not going to come to fruition. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's really it at the core of it.
Yeah, I think those are, if I hear things that you talk about that get at a growth mindset, right? About setting goals, about having purpose, about, looking to surrounding yourself with others, and seeking inspiration from others too, for that kind of positive and continuing momentum kind of approach, which I think are all, great lessons. So one quick follow-up question for you is, how difficult is it to have patience with yourself? Because that's probably something that everybody, and Janisha, I think I heard a little bit maybe in you too, that we all struggle with sometimes is, hey, it's okay to take my time to figure this out, or I'm maybe struggling a little bit here, but that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And oftentimes I'm my harshest critic. I might have this amazing support system around me telling me that I'm doing this phenomenal job, but on the inside, I'm really beating myself up. So I think we also have to learn how to celebrate our small victories. The small ones are just as important as the big ones. And to your point about, and Janisha's point about a support system, we have none of us get through any of this alone. We pull strength from the people around us. And just like we need those friends who are going to be there, or that support system that's going to be there to build us up, we also have to have the ones that are willing to, come to terms with us and push us to want to be better or stronger than the day that we were before. So for me, it's, you have to have that balance of people who are, willing to love on you and build you up, but then also the ones who are willing to come to you and say, hey, I'm concerned and we need to do something about what's going on.
Yeah, and the latter might be the hardest one, because it makes us be a bit more honest with ourselves, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So thank you for that. And I'm going to turn to Brian. Brian, thanks for joining us. And have you had that experience where you are looking for the tough love from a friend, from a family member, from a colleague, somebody that is being honest with you in the way that's helping you?
I would say this, after my injury, a lot of my friends, I was looking to see, would they have pity on me, or would they motivate me to be the person I was before I got injured, still being driven, still being outgoing, not letting my injury, make me become a recluse or just get shelled in, wanting to be in the house and, not live and come out and venture off and do things with people like I used to. So it became a point where at first I used to be like, I can't have fun in a wheelchair. I can't go out and do the things that I want to do. I wasn't motivated at first. I was dwelling on the fact that I was so athletic and I played sports. And once I met Brian and Chris from IM ABLE, and I talked to them and they gave me an opportunity to get the handcycle, it kind of made me more driven again. I started handcycling and had an instant passion for it. And excuse me if I'm a little choppy on here, because when I was listening to, what was her name that said that she wanted to stay in the bed a lot?
Janisha.
It kind of made me emotional. It kind of really set me back to when I was in the hospital, and I felt like that I didn't want to see my daughter. I felt like that being paralyzed wasn't going to be a good thing for me. So it kind of made me lose a lot of the thoughts that I had in my head about some things that I wanted to share. But I just want to say to her directly, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep being motivated to look forward to the next day. Don't dwell on the past. Only dwell on the future, things that you want to do. And I probably got a little lost on the question that you asked me.
It's all good, Brian. Go where you want to go.
Yeah, I just want to say that for everybody, just to stay motivated, stay positive. Try not to let whatever your disability be, because I coined a phrase the other day. I'm not disabled, I'm able. I added it. I'm still able to do stuff. I just have to adapt and do it a different way. You know, every day that I wake up, I tell myself it's mind over matter. And no matter the situation, since I still have my mind, I'm able to keep going. You know, sometimes it can be challenging when you might sit there and you might think about, dang, I could be doing this if I wasn't like this. But if I wasn't like this, I wouldn't be hand cycling. You know, I wouldn't be, I think Cody is on the line. I wouldn't be talking to Cody and getting on his nerves about how to adjust this on my hand cycle. And, you know, him keep telling me, look, don't worry about what those guys that have been doing this and like how he's been doing it for a long time. Don't worry about what they're doing. You just keep doing what you're doing and build up and you'll continue to progress. So now, and I feel like, especially that I'm on this journey to become a Paralympian, I don't even think about walking anymore. You know, I think about being in my hand cycle. I think about training. I think about competing on the highest level because I always knew that I was a great athlete. I always had these physical attributes and I had it mentally, you know. So now that I have this second chance to compete, I'm just loving it. I'm just on this roller coaster ride and I'm going to keep pushing and see where it takes me.
Oh, thank you. And I'm going to dovetail off of that. And Cody, I'm going to bring you into this conversation because it sounded like there's a little bit of motivation back and forth with you and Brian. Is that the case?
Yeah. I've been in hand cycling for a few years now and seen him getting into it and just like how motivated he is, just like I am to get better, make progress, get faster, and to hit all the big races. We both have pretty much the same goals for where we want to go with hand cycling. So it's fun to go back and forth and kind of work towards that together.
Yeah. And how important is it to have that kind of relationship or rivalry or, you know, supportive mechanism?
Well, right now, like I think we're in different classes, so there's not much rivalry, so we can kind of help each other out with both getting faster. But it's nice to have somebody else who's into the same exact thing. Like I think other people that aren't into hand cycling probably get annoyed with how much I talk about it and my bike and training and everything. But I mean, me and Brian can talk about it for hours and just keep going.
Yeah, that's great. And it helps you stay motivated, right?
Yeah,
Sure. Definitely. And I want to say something about what Devin touched on earlier about, I think she said the best thing she could do was ask for help or reach out to get help. I've always been a person that people confide in and that people come to for help. So I've always been shy of asking people to do stuff or should I try to see if they'll do this? And that was the best thing for me, reaching out to the I'm Able Foundation. It turned out to be basically a blessing for me.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. And I'm glad you brought that back in with what Devin touched on earlier, because it's important for all of us and it's not always the easiest thing to do. So actually Devin, I'm going to bring you back into this conversation, you know, and what have you heard so far that's really resonated with you with what others have shared about how they thrive beyond a life-changing event and the things that are really working for everybody?
Well, first of all, I think the main thing I noticed was when Kirsty said, you know, I'm my harshest critic. That is so me, because I mean, the photo that you're showing is when I won Boston, and I was so angry with myself that day. My goal had been to be under 2 hours, and I missed it by like 64 seconds, I think. And I was literally standing there like thrilled that I won and pouting that like I didn't meet my goal. So but you know, it's that drive that I think keeps us all going. It's that motivation that sometimes you can't get externally that can really just kind of refocus you and push you to get what you want.
Oh, thanks. And Beth, I'm going to bring you into this conversation. You know, what have you found that's really worked well for you on a day-to-day basis to stay really motivated and forward-looking?
She got to unmute herself.
Yeah. Beth, you're still muted, looks like.
Did that work?
There we go.
Okay. When I was taking adaptive OT at the gym, I would see everybody do CrossFit, and I used to say I wanted to play with the big boys. I wanted to be able to compete with in my mind, what I'm calling able-bodied people. And my goal, and I accomplished it within 6 months, I got into those CrossFit classes, working out with able-bodied people. And I hate to use those words because like Brian said, we are able. The name of I Am Able is I am able. I may have to do it a little differently, but I'm doing it. And I love more than ever working out with those folks and driving and pushing myself to new accomplishments. I think Cody said it. Somebody just said it about when you win a race, it's the most, oh, Devin said it, I'm sorry. When you win a race, she was angry at herself. I can remember very similar anger because even though we won one of the races, I wanted to be faster. I wanted to be better. I wanted certain things that I perceived in my mind, yet at the same time, I didn't sit back and look at what I actually accomplished. When I first met Chris, the biggest thing I was afraid of was letting him down. I met this amazing man and I didn't want to let him down. And that was a mental obstacle that I had to overcome before I came back to the gym. There's amazing things that happen in our minds when our lives change and what we have to do to overcome these things. Asking for help at the foundation for a bike. I had never asked for help. I didn't know what that meant. I was always helping. Something else that was said today, when this happened to me and I was coming out of my coma, I saw my family around me. Chris said this, family is the most important thing to me. And I saw my family worried and sick as crazy over me. And I flipped a switch and I became the caregiver. I thought, well, you're not going to have to worry about me. I'm going to worry about you. So it put me in a different role so I wouldn't have to see them as upset. That's just me. That's the nurse in me. And we all have unique ways of coping with this. Janisha, I have bad days. Some days you don't want to do anything, but I believe everybody has bad days. It's just how you can channel and take that day and turn it around and make the best of it. And everybody has agreed to this. We've all dealt with a degree of depression. It's not easy going through these changes. I lost every one of my previous friends except for a best girlfriend from elementary school. Everybody else kind of went on. They're either uncomfortable with me or caught up in their own lives, which is fine. I understand it. But at I Am Able, I heard the word, I met my tribe. I'm with my group. It's a whole new group and we all have this like-minded outlook. And I now have a new group and I love my group because they motivate me. I just had surgery and I'm kind of stuck at home right now. And it's terrible when you're taken away from your group, be it the pandemic that started it or whatever causes you to get away from this new motivating group. It's like you have to stop and find yourself all over again. Thank goodness for Zoom and computers now. I'm an older lady. Years ago, we didn't have this. So I'm very grateful to be on that screen with every one of you.
Then, if I think about resilience, one of the most powerful elements of resilience is that tribe, right? It's that those connections that you have, whether it's family, it's friends, a new group. Kirsty, I'm going to turn back to you because I think if I know your story, you ended up adopting a new challenge in life, right? With rock climbing, mountain climbing, right? So did you have to establish a whole bunch of new relationships and And how easy or hard was that to do? And how important was it?
Oh, I mean, on one hand, it was incredibly challenging. I mean, you know, before I lost my leg, I'm originally from Florida, so I knew nothing about mountains or climbing or snowboarding or any of the things that I'm doing now. So for me, it was like, you know, throwing myself into something that was totally unknown. And in turn, you know, to Beth's point, not only do I have to trust this new group of people, but they also have to trust me that I'm going to be able to make the right call as well. So when I left the military and that, you know, that brotherhood, if you will, and had to like throw myself into the civilian sector, I was pretty lost. And the people who like rallied behind me were the last people that I thought were going to. And it turned like they ended up turning into my climbing partners and some of my best friends, the people who, you know, I've gone forth and, you know, own businesses and everything else with. So for me, just like my sports or my climbing community, you know, they gave me so much more than just what I'm doing. Again, athletically, they gave me just hope and drive and passion for living my life, you know, fully in every way. So yeah, I mean, I think again, it's uncomfortable because we're relearning all of these things about ourselves. And once we have that confidence in ourselves, then of course we're going to, you know, fall in line with that community. But until we're willing to do that with ourselves, I think it can be challenging. It can be intimidating, rather. You know, we're trying to figure out all of these new things. You know, in my case, I was trying to figure out how to, you know, balance, run, walk, all of that again. So it was embarrassing, quite frankly. So I had to gain a whole new sense of humility. But once I did, you know, it changed my life. Everything turned around, and it's truly thanks to the community that I've built in the outdoors.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And Beth, I saw your head nodding pretty vigorously there. You heard some messages that resonated, didn't you?
I have to laugh. I've fallen out of my leg, my prosthetic leg, a couple times at the gym. And if you ever have to do something as dopic and honestly, something that does happen, having it happen at a place of support is so helpful that, you know, I kind of chuckled at myself, and the group was so supportive. I can't imagine if I fell out of my leg in society. And I don't want to use that word because not all society is bad, but the support with the group, they understand, and even if they don't understand, they're sincere and unconditional. I think that's the word I was looking for. Having the unconditional support of your changes. You're absolutely right, Kirsty. Learning how to walk and do these things, or learning how to, something Chris said, if you fall, or he fell out of his truck, learning how to do this. I fell out of my wheelchair yesterday, and it's not only shocking, but I used the word to my husband, there was a humiliating factor to it. Everything that everybody is saying, it takes me back, because I've been in this now for 6 years. I'm probably, I don't know, am I one of the newer ones or not?
And Janisha, your hand is up. What do you think?
My hand is up because I want to say that, you know, I do like Miss Beth said. She said that we're part of a group, you know, and we're a part of a specific group where we are all grouped together because we all have like minds and like challenges and everything. And I'm the only one that's in my gym that I've ever seen at my gym that is in a wheelchair, you know, and I had fell off of a machine, and, you know, literally like, I think people, the able community, they want to learn, they want to understand, they want to know more about us. I hate to say this, but we're kind of like aliens to them. You know what I mean? And they don't fully understand that, you know, that we're still human. So I think they want to understand. They're just too scared to ask, you know, because there's people out here that, you know, get snippy, or they get mad when people ask them questions, because it is evasive. It's very I don't know the term to look, you know, I guess it creates an awkward kind of situation. So I try to keep that line of communication open with like able-bodied people that are, you know, because everybody that that supports the I Am Able Foundation, they all can't walk. I mean, they all are not in a wheelchair, or they all don't have a disability. So I think they would be more willing to, I think people that are at this gym, that, or people that are able, they're open. They're open. I just think that they're scared. But when I fell off the machine, my trainer, he didn't run to my aid like how everyone else did. You know what I mean? Because he understood, like, yo, like, I can do this. Like, we already had this kind of conversation, but everybody who didn't know me was just like, oh my God. And, you know, they ran to my aid and they was just so willing to help. But my trainer, he just stood by and just, you know, kept it, you know, a safe distance and tried to let me get up on my own. And once I couldn't do it, but, you know, they were there to help. And it felt really good. I mean, it felt good to have people there that actually cared and was actually genuine about it.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the genuine, caring, compassionate part. And also that you touched on about, hey, you know, we're all just human beings, you know, so maybe it is a little bit awkward or difficult to talk about, but still there are things we can talk about, right? Like, you know, and when you're in that situation with whatever, an able-bodied person, maybe we're going to ask questions, or maybe it's just a dialogue that we need to have on some topics.
Right.
Beth, your hand is back up.
It goes back to the grocery store where people are staring at you and a little child is looking at you because you're different, and the mom is hushing the child because she doesn't want the child to step out of bounds. And I've taken so many of those opportunities, and I'll say, so you notice I'm different, don't you? And I'll get down to the child's level and I'll let them look at me. I better be in the right mood though. I'm human. I'm very human. If I don't feel like being in that particular mood that particular day, I'll just smile and move on. But I love making it an educational opportunity, because the people who are going to make the difference in our world are the children that grow up knowing these things and how to handle them and address them. As adults, we learn, you know, polite distancing, and it shouldn't be that way. They shouldn't look at us like Janisha said, we're not aliens. We're society. We just happen to have something happen to us.
Thank you. And it's and you touched on a couple points that have been themes through the whole morning too, which I love bringing back in, about that self-awareness and, you know, knowing where we are on a given day and recognizing that and working with it. Brian, I'm going to reach back out to you. Have you ever had that kind of difficult conversation kind of situation occur? And if so, how did you handle it?
I don't think I've had that kind of difficult situation, but like what Denisha was talking about the aliens thing, it's a guy that goes to that does personal training with me down here in Baltimore. He's just starting to learn how to drive. So I had met up with him and his wife one day in a food market parking lot to show him how to drive, how to put his chair in and out the car and all that stuff. And everybody just was looking like, what is going on? Like, we see two guys in a wheelchair. One is getting in and out of the car. The other one is getting out. And I feel like it was about to cause an accident. So I'm like, we might need to go somewhere else. You know, everybody was just so fixated on watching us. You could see people driving down. And, you know, in a market, you need to be paying attention in a food market parking lot, because you could hit somebody. You got people walking. So you could just see people just looking like, what are they doing? It just was funny to me though.
Yeah, that's a story. And Chris Kaag, please, what's your question or comment?
No, so I kind of said this before. It's like there's a stereotypical miserable disabled person, you know, and that's something that I make sure that I try to tell people who are adaptive, you know, be constructive, because there's definitely people out there who don't know how to act. They're not around people with disabilities, or they don't know how to respond. I think there's people who want to know, but you have to be that guy. Like, I go out, I smile to everybody, you know, and it's like, I want to make sure that they can, you know, see that, yeah, I'm in a chair and yeah, I have a disability, but you know what, I'm smiling my butt off, because I want them to feel that they can talk to me, and I want to explain to them. Like, I love getting out there with kids, because kids are honest as hell. You know, these kids will come up and, what'd you do to your legs? And the mom about has a heart attack because their kid's asking me. And I'm like, no, stop. And I just tell the kid something. And then after I'm done, the kid's like, okay, cool wheels. I'm like, that's it. And we move on. So this is the kind of stuff, if we want to make the both worlds, you know, understand each other, we have to be, you know, very receptive to the other person and, you know, being honest and upfront with everybody.
Yeah, good points. And, you know, I think, and I don't know who touched on it. Maybe it was Kirsty about trust, but that whole make sure everybody is connecting really builds that sense of trust when people really understand each other and their points of view and their perspectives and can appreciate that. And I think that's an important component of it. I'm going to bring Cody back in here for a moment. Cody, you know, as you've heard the comments and the conversations, and you think about how you've built that kind of trust and dialogue with people in your life, you know, what kind of stories could you tell us? What kind of insights could you share about how important that is?
Yeah, kind of similar to everyone else. Like, I'm trying to change the stereotype of somebody with a disability. Like, I'll see somebody out at a gas station and they're like, oh, you're here by yourself? And they have no clue, like, I'll travel the country to races and go pretty much anywhere, do whatever I want on my own. And yeah, you get people staring. Like, I drive a fast car, so every time I pull into a handicap spot, I get dirty looks until they see me getting my wheelchair out, and then they're like offering help and stuff like that. People do look at you differently when you're like younger, have a disability, and they tend to kind of like treat you different until they really get to know you.
Yeah, that getting to know you part is really where it's at. You know, Devin, anything that you want to share? Because I'd love to hear a little more about that, how we all build those right kind of effective relationships. So instead of feeling like the Martian or the outsider, you build those effective relationships, you know, in all parts of life.
You know, like so many people have said, it's about finding the right support, the right tribe, the right, you know, whatever term you want to use. I was 11 when I started using crutches. So I had this 25-year period where I didn't have a tribe. I didn't have anybody who knew what it was, not necessarily exactly like to have a physical disability, but I knew nobody. I mean, I knew my grandmother, and she just didn't want to party with me. But you take like IM ABLE, you get introduced to them, and everything changes. You know, it took me 25 years to find my tribe, and they live 9 hours away from me. So that makes it a little difficult. I think, I don't know if it's Johnny or Brian, but somebody said they're the only person with a physical disability in their gym. And that's me. Like, I totally understand what you mean. I've been talked down to. I've been told, you know, oh, can you move? I want to use this machine. Like, yo, bro. Like literally it's set up for me, I'm using it. But there's just such a misconception that I think was put forth by society for so long of, you know, disabled is weak or disabled is unable. When in reality, inability is just a mindset. So you flip that switch, you reframe your mindset, and you suddenly can just shift what you're doing, and you can throw around the weights with the big boys. You know, you can do the stuff that it blows their mind when you do it. Like, you know, as an example, at our gym, there's, you know, a couple of real beefy bro men who kind of, you know, they grunt and they do the bro slaps or whatever. And I patiently was standing there waiting, and they were like, oh, are you waiting for an autograph? It's like, no, I'm waiting for you to move your ass so I can use the machine. And it just blew their mind that it was, oh, you know, let's see you do this. And it's that challenge that, like, all right, you know, bring it on, let's do it. I can't outlift you because you're like a 300-pound weightlifter, but I can at least hold my own. And it's so unexpected sometimes, I think, for us, whether it's the gym or racing or even a supermarket, like Beth said, like the best conversations happen there. I walk out of the supermarket one day. Again, it was not long after I had won Boston, so there'd been a lot of media coverage because I'm in a really tiny, small place. So, I mean, that was like big news. And as I'm walking out, this woman stops me and she's like, I am so proud of you. And I'm thinking, oh, cool, it's like 5 minutes of fame, let's go with it. And she said, you did your own shopping.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, yes, I did. And she goes, are you waiting for the bus now? I'm like, no, I'm going to drive home. And I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, be polite, because what I put forth, unfortunately, represents, I think, the entire community, because we shape our opinions based on what we see. And I just kind of looked at her and I'm like, yeah, I'm fully functioning. I mean, I have a 40 to 50 hour a week job. I train 2 to 4 hours a day. I do my own shopping. And it just, it's that stigma, that stereotype, that whatever, that my goal is to just break that, because it holds us back.
Yeah, I totally understand. And Beth and Janisha, your hands have been up, and Beth, yours has been up for quite a while. So Beth, what do you want to share?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think that was up from before.
Well,
but
then,
I had a laugh what Devin said about you do your own shopping. I've had some pretty ignorant statements made to me. And if you're not in the right space, it's so quick to make that snappy comment, and that will change people's perception. Like the one presenter said, like a pin in your eardrum. And sometimes it takes everything I can to not give a quick retort. It is so hard. I save all my quick retorts for at home behind closed doors, which is not a good thing either. Life isn't all perfect when you're outdoors. There's that diffusing time in the house. There was one graph presented early on about the burnout zone, when you get to burnout. And it made me think of the nurses and hospital personnel that are working right now that just are constantly at the apex of that graph, and they don't have time to recoup, and you don't have time when you're at home to change the burnout point. I think every one of us that is challenged has to be cognizant of that, because it is very easy to burn out as we're constantly trying to, I don't want to use the word maintain, but we are maintaining. If I wouldn't have gotten where I've gotten from when I first began coming to I Am Able to today, that I'm now back in my chair, I see the strength, and as well as the inner fortitude that it has given me. Hearing these folks from gyms that have just one person or themselves at that gym, I'm really spoiled, and it's really giving me that awareness about what we have to do to further our is it our cause or our way of letting folks see that we are not going to be the people behind closed doors anymore. Like, the old joke is somebody's disabled and they're going to lock them up and not going to let them out of the house. That doesn't happen. I will not be put aside. Every one of us is a force to be reckoned with, either getting gas or groceries or racing or Olympians.
awesome thoughts. Thank you. Janisha, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on it is, I think it's we, like Beth said, we are in our own group. We have a group of people, which I'm assuming that people that are involved in the able life of a person that struggles with mobility. So Devin spoke on a few things that I wanted to speak on, and I was just thinking whose job is it to actually whose job is it to make these people aware that yo, I can actually do this shit on my own. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, this is normal. To us, it's normal for us to actually go to the grocery store, get the gallon of milk, get some eggs and push the little baby cart around, or even the big cart. It's normal to us, but it's not normal for them to see people like us actually do it. So it is foreign to them. So whose job is it to actually make these people or teach these people, hey, look, this is normal. This needs to be set as a normal standard that people are going to come in here in a wheelchair, you know what I mean, and do their shopping. But I just don't feel as though I just think that they weren't, I don't want to say necessarily raised correctly, but I want to say that they weren't actually taught to actually, you know, curb it's not sarcasm, it's just it's ignorance. It's actually ignorance. It's not intentional ignorance, but it's more like
It's more like
yo,
lazy ignorance.
yeah, it's just like, yo, do you really want to know? Like, if you see me in a grocery store doing my grocery shopping and you had questions, you could ask me, you know, the good questions, but the unsure questions that you're not sure would get a correct response that you're looking for, that means that question you need to go home and look up on Google, or, you know, you need to maybe befriend some friends on Facebook and find out their lifestyle. Because even though my legs or my abdomen can't work, my arms are still working, and I still can put my bags in the trunk of my car. You know what I mean? The only people that I actually don't say no to is if there's a kid that asks me, hey, you want some help? I'll say, yeah, come on, help me out. Put that stuff in the car or whatever. Or if it's an older person. If it's an older person, I'll be like, yeah, come on, you can help me, because, you know, they're struggling with something. The older people to me are struggling with being able to be limited mobility too. And the kids are actually, you know, I feel like I'm responsible to educate them that, you know, that they are aware of people in wheelchairs or people that are with walkers or with what have you. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's my job to educate those people on how to treat people like me, even though we're not different, but we're different.
You have you've spoken of volumes, Janisha. Thank you. And I think you've touched on, you know, some things that really resonated with me, and definitely with others too, because there are a whole bunch of hands up right now. So, and Johanna, yours was first. So go.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to touch on what Johnny just had said on, like, whose job is it to tell these people? And, you know, that's a really great question. And I don't think there really is a total answer for that. I think, you know, you do catch you guys like in a right mood and you feel like you want to give that lesson. That is, I think that is huge. That goes miles. But I also think that, you know, that's kind of the point of our entire community, and that we need to make sure we are the advocates. We are advocating no matter what. And so if you see something, it's almost like you see something, say something. You see something in public that's like, that's really not the way you should be reacting to that. I know that I have personally gone up to people and said, like, you probably shouldn't say that. And in the end have been thanked for it. But like, it's just one of those things that's like, our community needs to be spreading all the time, 24/7. And I think, you know, with my clients, a big thing is advocacy. Even, you know, I know I can't personally advocate for everyone all of the time, but I look at them and I say, you need to advocate for yourself too, because if you don't, who's going to do it? Like, it needs to come from you. You need to, you know, call that doctor that you haven't seen because they gave you a crap answer and they just kind of gave up on you. You need to call them. You need to get a second opinion. And so I think it comes from both sides. And just everything you guys have said really resonated with me. And I think it's really awesome to hear you guys, you know, people pushing you around, and you're kind of giving some pushback to that. And I don't know, it just really resonated with me. So
awesome. Thank you. Brian, your hand is up next.
Okay, yeah. I was asked about how did I thrive with once I became disabled, about still raising my daughter. So when I was in Kernett Hospital, this was probably was like 4 weeks after my injury. And I used to say to myself, like, dang, I'm going to need help raising my daughter. I'm going to need help raising my daughter. And once I got out of the hospital, and my daughter was 4 years old at the time when I got hurt. I got hurt when I was like 24. My daughter is 16 years old now. So anyway, I had to say to myself that this is my responsibility, so I can't be a wimp. I can't be crying about my situation. I still have to raise my daughter. So I felt like if anything, she's going to be the one that I could always turn to also, when times get hard, opposed to friends or anything like that. So I tried to instill a lot of things into my daughter. I tried to teach her about my situation as much as possible. And I also wanted to let her know that it's about mindset. If I tell myself that I can't raise you, then I can't raise you. But if I do, then, if I keep doing and not talk about it or speak on it and just have actions, then everything will be easier. But I just kept my mindset on, not being a depressed person, or if I'm around my daughter and I'm down, don't hide it. Show it to her that, and she would comfort me, But the main thing ultimately was to show my daughter, no matter what happens in life, accept the reality of your situation and deal with it. And she gravitated to it well. She always wanted to help me. Sometimes we would go to the park around that time when she was about 5 or 6. And, I think she would think about how other kids are out playing with their fathers and they can really physically go over there and do stuff with her, maybe slide down a slide board with her or do this. And my daughter will always run back to me and encourage me like, Dad, come on, you can still push me on the swing. We gonna make it happen. So from an early age, she was aware of how to help me adapt. You know what I mean? And we just always did everything together.
That's a great story. Thank you, Brian. And so we're running out of time. Going to go to Drew Johnson next. Drew, thoughts?
Okay, I just wanted to tell a quick story. It's actually about Cody. Cody doesn't know me, but I was in the audience a few years ago when he was speaking in Hershey at a spinal cord injury conference. And the purpose of this is just the value of humor. And Cody has a great sense of humor. I don't know if you know this, but he was up on stage and there was a young lady in the audience, and she was telling a story about being in Walmart and how people were looking at her and telling her that she was overweight and, why are you fat, and saying, pretty mean things to her. And she talked probably for about 10 minutes or so about her experience. And she said, how do I deal with this? And there were at least 300 people in the audience. And Cody said, you need to stay out of Walmart. And the whole place, at least 300 people just exploded in laughter. So just the whole idea of that, the importance of humor. I'm an occupational therapist, so I'm blessed to work with people every day that have a disability. I've worked a little bit with Beth and I've seen her over the years, and just have a huge amount of respect for her and all of you. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thanks, Drew. Okay, we're almost out of time. Well, we're out of time, but what I'd like to do is just do a quick lightning round with our 6 panelists. And if each of you would just share the most important thing to you and how you balance your resilience, I would love to hear just that one quick thought to share. And Kirsty, I'm gonna start with you because you're alphabetically first.
All right. Well, I guess for my final thought, if you will, and it kind of piggybacks off of what Brian was talking about. But for me, it's always been, it's the 6 inches between our ears and what's behind our rib cage that dictate what we're capable of. So again, just keep your head and your heart in the right place, and truly you can overcome anything.
Thank you. Beth, you're next alphabetically, I think, if I'm doing that right. Beth, what is your one key thing for resilience?
We may be challenged in the manner with which we're challenged, but what I've learned is that everybody's ultimately going to have to deal with something. And we may be that force to affect their lives as well. So I don't know. I was just blessed with, like Kirsty just said, I was blessed with something in between my ears and in between my rib cage. And I have nothing but gratitude with the way that I have been able to walk with pride or roll with pride, whatever particular day it is.
Thank you. Devin, what's your key insight?
It's cliche, but you know, they say there's 2 dates on our headstone and a dash. Mine is make the dash count. So far, I have 30 years and 38 days I wasn't supposed to have. And, you know, I want to make the best out of every single day.
Thank you. Brian, the one key thing that you'd want to share.
What is that?
For me, it's just mind over matter, you know, and no matter what, as long as I keep my mind strong, I can just keep pushing, you know, and that's the main thing is mind over matter. You know, I just try to focus on my mental health and, you know, even if I feel like I'm down, I just try to snap out of it, you know, and don't dwell on the past.
Thank you. Cody, what would you share?
I would say set goals that push you out of your comfort zone.
Thank you. And Janisha, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, you know, just finding strength in anything that you can, because it takes a lot of strength to actually live limited to certain things. So if you can find strength in as so much as a mustard seed, if you got to put that mustard seed on top of your dresser and look at that every morning just to force yourself to get out of bed, anything, you know, that's what you have to do. But just finding strength in anything, even something as small as a mustard seed.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts, your wisdom, your insights. I really appreciate it. And that was a great conversation. So thank you.
You're welcome. What were you saying about something that happened a long time ago?
Yeah.
What were you saying about something that happened a long time ago?
Oh, for a long time ago?
Yeah. Oh, say that again?
Is it a long time ago? Hello.
You said, hey Dalton, I don't understand your question. It's good to see you, Dalton.
Hello. I miss hearing that 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, it's not 6 o'clock.
Not yet. Our virtual I'm fit class doesn't start until 6, Dalton.
I miss hearing that the timer of the regular one goes 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, Jameson.
Hi, Jameson. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Excuse me, Kyle. What was the question you were asking me earlier? I forget.
Are you excited for dance tomorrow?
Yes, I am. Are you also excited for dance tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
Yes, please.
That's nice.
Are you going? I like your shirt, Jameson. Okay, buddy. I missed you last Monday. Where are you? Trying to.
So Dalton, do you have any plans for this weekend?
I just hang out with my family or my friends.
That's nice. What will you do with your friends and family?
I didn't know.
Okay.
So listen.
Yes, Kyle.
What are you gonna do this weekend?
I don't know yet, but do you have any plans for this weekend, Kyle?
I do.
And what's that?
Well, I might go to my grandma's to sleep over for a while.
That's cool. What will you do with your grandma?
We like to play games.
What kind of games does she like to play?
Yeah, we just started CrossFit. It's me, Nathan, Jameson in Austin. We started until 2019 and 2020. It was nice. And to have sweatshirts and stuff.
I had a sausage, and cauliflower.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's in my tummy.
That's very good.
Hello,
Hey,
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hey,
Hello, Chris.
what's
Chris.
happening?
Where can I get one of those shirts? Because
Hi,
I'm
Chris,
really,
what's up, man?
I'm,
They are out in the trailer, so you don't have one of these?
I don't.
Okay, well we will make that happen for you.
Yeah, I feel out of place. I want to match.
Come on, we want you to feel as included as possible, so don't worry. You did it.
That's him.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, where's my chest? Oh, Jameson. Oh,
Hey.
Come on, man.
Hello, Chris.
hey, what's up? What's up? How are
Hey,
you?
what's up,
much.
man?
Mr. Tarzan.
Hello, Chris.
What's up? How you doing, Dalton?
I miss hearing that 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah,
Say that
Yeah.
every single time.
What's it called? What's it called?
We're just gonna have to get. I don't even know where the heck it's at. We're gonna have to get that and give that to you so you can keep it at your house.
No, I'm fine. Which time it is? What's it called, that?
I forget. It's just a timer.
I don't know if we will go to a new building or not.
You know what? There's a lot of things that got misplaced when we went to the new building, so I'm not sure where it's at. Is that you doing, Andrew?
And I'm good. And how are you, Chris?
Doing all right, bud. Did you get out in the snow? We got more snow today.
Yeah, yes, I did.
You were out there.
Just had it in 8 inches out there.
What's that?
And had it in 8 inches of
8
snow.
inches. Yeah, there's been a lot of snow. So I mean, Mom has been showing me your videos of all your workouts, man. I'm pretty pumped.
You know, what are we?
You're always getting
What we have to?
after it.
We're doing exercises today, right?
We are, yes, and the Alvernia students are going to be doing all the exercises tonight. I'm just going to be sitting back here and watching.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun tonight.
You're welcome to spectate if you would like, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate
You're welcome.
What's up, Kyle? You get ready to have a concert?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready.
My music.
I'm good. How are you?
My music last night didn't come on very good, so you're going to play some music tonight.
Yeah, I am. I'm excited.
That's
Ours are
awesome.
so much fun. It's my favorite pastime.
I saw Chris yesterday.
You saw me yesterday. I know you see me a lot lately. It was great. It was great that you came on and showed the new people over at John Paul II all the good stuff that we do. So I appreciate it.
It is everyone. We need to have a lot of people coming on. We need a lot of people.
6 minutes, so I'm assuming that everybody's going to start piling in here soon.
Maddie should be here soon. She better be.
She
Now
better
she's gonna
be.
leave me all by myself tonight.
She's
God.
my soul.
You know, it's clean the Tuesday, right? Clean the music people, right? We have music people.
Yep. She's got a whole playlist.
Yeah, we got DJ.
Hey Nathan,
Yes.
I saw the pictures from last time, man. You were killing it.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you, man. It's been so fun
Thank
to
you.
watch how you've grown and how much you've like taken on and you wanted to try it. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Me too.
All right, we got 2 more people coming on.
Okay.
Lucas and Angstad.
Yeah.
It's Chris Exton.
Hello, Chris.
How is that, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
How's it going?
All right.
Lucas.
Hello, Lucas.
Hi,
What's up?
Lucas. Everybody.
Say hi. Hi,
Perfect.
everybody.
Everybody.
Oh, you got someone.
There's Josh.
I wonder who it is. We'll
Josh.
just wait and see.
I think it is Josh.
Josh and his sideburns are coming on.
That's funny.
You're poor.
Oh, you got someone.
Always the last 5 minutes when people start shuffling. It's funny.
Yeah. Look at iPad. No, look at my pad.
Hello, Josh. How's it going?
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
It's
Hi,
this
Josh.
Josh. What's up, man?
Hi.
Josh, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
Andrew, how's your wrist doing?
Maddie.
Oh, you got someone.
It's doing fine.
Looks good. You moving more?
Yeah.
That's good.
Look. Hello, Maggie. Look. Hello, Maggie.
Hi. I like your
Hello.
pink and red, guys.
Thank you.
Hey. Hello.
Hi, Manny.
I told Chris he has to give us some of those shirts so we can match next time because we're kind of out of place here.
Yeah, you guys look like outcasts, so I will hope.
We're gonna have to go back out and raid the trailer, Maddie. Yeah, there was plenty of those in there when we cleaned that out.
Yeah. So I gave her the instructions that you sent to me, and they listened. So
They did.
followed your instructions.
Well, they all look great. Love the red and pink. Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I don't even.
Where's my excitement, Josh? Every single time I talk to you, man, you get like all amped up. What's happening? Yeah, Josh. Yeah.
Hello.
There's Brad and his wife.
Oh.
What's up, Anthony?
Hello, Brad.
How's it
going?
1 minute. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Yes, thanks, Kyle.
You have a hot date, Kyle. You have to get out of here soon. Yeah, Maddie, he already showed me his muscles tonight. So you missed it.
Look,
You missed it.
Does he have a hot date?
Oh, I knew you do it again, though. We knew you again.
He might have his shirt off halfway through.
Oh boy, might happened before. Look at that.
Yeah. Get it, Andrew. All right, it's o'clock. There's nobody looking like they're coming in yet, but we can wait a few seconds if you guys want.
Yeah.
I can see what's the people with the cameras on and mics on mute. I can see one of them has it.
Oh, here we go, Natalie.
I cannot see anyone else.
Okay, Sepson. We're not gonna.
Hey, Dalton, put your view on gallery.
I'm fine right here. I'm fine. I see everyone.
Okay.
Hi, Natalie. I like your red.
Thank
you.
I like everyone's red.
And pink. Andrew's got a Patrick shirt on.
What?
Yeah, and his socks match.
What?
Socks, Andrew.
Hey, you know what? Everybody smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Big cheese. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have great smiles. You just smile more. You are so intense. Shake that out.
All right. Well, I will be kind of hanging out in the background if anybody else signs on. But ladies, it's all you. Have a great
Do you
night.
think you could transfer the host to me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank
Come on,
you.
ladies.
Everyone.
I love you guys.
So I know I said we already talked about holidays and how I like Valentine's Day because of chocolate. Does everybody else like chocolate? Are we?
Yeah. I definitely love chocolate.
Yeah.
Y'all like chocolate?
Love chocolate.
Yes, I do.
I love chocolate.
Do we prefer milk or dark chocolate or white
I'll
chocolate?
probably choose dark chocolate.
Me too.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I love the board this week. Treatment is so much more than braces. At ROG, we understand that every patient is unique. There's a reason we're voted #1 year after year in Berks and Montgomery County, and the reason is the fantastic smiles that we produce. We want to make sure that we're the best part of your day.
When you come visit us, you'll also get to experience the ROG difference. We're looking forward to meeting you. Visit us online at fantasticsmiles.com.
I really don't have a question, but I do have something to say towards Chris and what he's done for me, and not even on the lines of him helping me get the grant to get the handicap accessible bike, the hand crank bike. You know, like I went into this gym, the first time I went into his gym, I was not in a good place at all. I was severely depressed. I cried almost every day. The relationship with my mom was like, it was overbearing. It was really like, I was alone. But when I stepped into his gym, man, it was just like one of the most powerful moments that I can ever remember being in, even out of all of my years of life. Even before I got hurt, you know what I mean? I couldn't understand him, and it was frustrating at first because I was like, dang, man, why is this dude so freaking happy? Like, I just don't understand it. I couldn't wrap my mind around why he was just like so happy with being disabled. It was just like, I just couldn't understand it. And then once I came back the second time and then I talked to him more and more, and it was just like, oh, this dude really is on to something. It was just like he passed something on to me other than just a hand crank bike. It was more like he passed on good vibes, and he taught me how to appreciate my chair, to have respect for my chair. You know what I mean? It was the greatest feeling I've ever felt. And I've been in my chair for 11 years, and it was the greatest feeling. And Chris is pretty dope. Like, and I come from poverty. I come from pretty much nothing. I didn't even think that it was possible for me to have a hand crank bike. You know, I was a boxer, and I didn't think it was possible. You know what I mean? And him giving me like, just gave me a lot. Like, I just, you know, and still, I still find myself reverting back to being upset with him because I still can't figure out how to channel that continually happiness that he has. And it's hard. So when he gave me my bike and I go out on my bike, he's one of the first people that come to mind. You know what I mean? So even if I don't feel like getting out the bed, Chris is the first person to come to mind because he does it. You know what I mean? And he could walk before it, just like I could. So, you know, I could really relate to that. And I am so greatly like indebted to him forever for that, because he's given me so much more than just, you know, something to ride on the street and something that can make me adaptive in my community. So, you know, I just wanted to say that because and I'm holding back the tears, and I feel the burning in my throat right now because he's just like, yo, like he's just so dope. He really is, and he's doing a great job, man. He really is, and everything that he is saying is actually true. And you know, you hear people talking all the time, and you be like, you know, and I've listened to him, and I hear him talking, and I can't relate. I can't connect with it because I think it's BS. But I don't feel that when I hear him talk. When I just hear him talk, I just had to say something.
Johnny, thank you so much. And you know what? The tears, just let them go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 2021 I Am Able Bash.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 I Am Able Bash. I'm your host, Sir Hamilton Newton. Thank you all for joining us. So guys, I'm going to get right to the point. The 2021 Bash is up to you, okay? We know it's a lot to ask for you to spend one more minute in front of the screen, especially on a Saturday night. It's beautiful out, I know. We get it. But we're not asking you to just spend more time doing it. We're providing you an opportunity to feel incredibly inspired and moved. Throughout the next 90 minutes, we'll be sharing positive stories from the people whose lives that you've changed in the last year. You'll get to enjoy live music from Jeff Ebert, Blue Label, and of course, the man of the hour, Mr. Chris Kaag. Guys, this is our first virtual bash, and we're not giving up. In no way, shape, or form are we giving up. You know, we're still moving forward and overcoming each and every obstacle, and that's something that you're going to see a lot of tonight. We're proud to be streaming all over the world, so make sure you guys share this video, share it, and share it even more. If you're joining us right now, please take a moment to comment, engage, tag, and share this live stream throughout your network. We truly appreciate it. Tonight, you're going to see some videos produced by Rhetorical featuring adaptive athletes who are able to overcome their challenges because of their grit and their determination, all because of your support. Each and every person watching right now has the opportunity to change so many lives. You're watching right now because you want to make a difference and help many achieve their goals. Whether that's winning a marathon, competing in the Paralympics or Ironman, giving back to people who just went through a life-changing event, and to simply engage with their friends and family. Each video you're going to see tonight will be on our YouTube channel immediately following this batch. Your support has brought movement, connection, hope, and joy when we all have been pushed to our limits during this pandemic. Your generosity has helped I Am Able provide adaptive equipment, grants, inclusive programming, and much, much more. We'd like to take an opportunity to look forward and hope with excitement as we continue to serve our community and change the lives of as many individuals and families as possible. Friends, we would like to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And as promised, the Bash will be an experience that's guaranteed to leave you feeling inspired. So, you're probably wondering right now, how do I give? Well, we made it simple, guys. Just text the pledge your amount to 717-844-9340. Again, that's 717-844-9340. We are incredibly grateful for those who have already given during registration. But feel free to give again. You know what I mean? We'll take it. We were just thinking back to March of last year, and about 800 people were ready to bash in person. But no worries. We're going to get there soon. We're going to do this together. We all know that these last 12 months have been difficult. But thanks to your support, we've been able to keep this amazing community together. At this time, guys, I'd like to introduce a man who needs little to no introduction. Without him, none of this would be possible. I'm getting fired up right now, and I need you to get fired up right now. friends, ladies and gentlemen, all across the world, please help me welcome the founder of I Am Able Foundation, the hard-charging, laser-light focused, Mr. Chris Kaag.
Hello, everyone. Well, I am honored and privileged to have my man, Sir Hamilton, here introducing me, because I don't think that introduction has ever been done like that. So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So again, this has been a trying year for all of us, and I don't really need to go into detail because we all know what it's been like. And last year, Brian and I sat at Misano with John Misano, and we had to make the tough decision to cancel on Friday. So there was something that I really was bummed, because the bash is what I look forward to all year long. So really, we really miss everybody. I really can't wait to get back to shaking your hand, giving you a hug, and having a drink with you. So just like we've done every year, I'm in my St. Paddy's Day best, and we're going to kick this off and make this a great night. So without further ado, we need to do a toast, because we need to make sure that we start this event off right. So please, everybody raise your glass. Raise your glass wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Okay, and I'm just going to do a nice Irish toast. Okay, so may your pockets be heavy and your hearts be light. May good luck pursue you each morning and night. Thank you guys very much for your support and all the things you do to believe in I Am Able's mission, and I look forward to seeing you guys all soon. Cheers.
Wow. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much. So we've got some amazing things that's going to be happening. We've got a whole bunch of videos that we're going to be showing, and we're super excited about that. So I believe we have a video coming up with a gentleman by the name of Brian Owens. What can you tell us about him?
Brian Owens, just like any athlete that we have, has a past, has a story about their challenge, and it's been amazing to meet Brian and see the drive that he has to get out and be even better. I mean, we gave him a demo hand cycle so that he could go out and he could go out on his own, because he had a loaner hand cycle that came to an end. We gave him the hand cycle, and since then that guy has been tearing it up. He actually just got back from Alabama. He was down there for the Paralympic course. So this guy has aspirations to be great, and it's amazing that we've been able to give him the opportunities. And this past year we gave him a high-end hand cycle. So we are so happy to be part of his journey and give him the ability to get out and redefine possible.
I got excuse me, and I got to tell you, man, I watched that video, and that was one of the first videos that I watched before we even started putting this amazing event together. And I got to tell you, that video, it absolutely inspired me. It brought me to tears. And in fact, I was thinking about myself. I was just like in my own feelings, if you will. That's what we like to say. We get in our feelings every now and then. And, I wasn't like practicing an attitude of gratitude, and I was sitting here complaining about certain things. And then I watched that video and I was just like, wow, look at this man. Look at this man. And I just want to say, man, it's absolutely amazing what you and your foundation have done and continue to do for the adaptive community. I'm so honored and blessed to be sitting next to you right now.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So I think we're ready for the video. We're going to show this Brian Owens video. Want to introduce it?
Yep. Stay tuned. We got Brian Owens. Brian Owens got a great story, and I'm hoping to inspire and motivate some people to get out there and do a lot more, because Brian has definitely not stopped.
Every mile brings a new challenge. My mindset before I race is to push myself to the limit. However, there were many years after my injury where I didn't see myself as an athlete. My name is Brian Owens. I'm an adaptive CrossFit athlete training to become a Paralympic hand cyclist. After becoming paralyzed, all I could think about was walking again. I was convinced for years physical therapy was the only option I had. I lost my confidence as an athlete after my injury, so I never considered competing in sports would be a possibility again. My life changed when I met my personal trainer, Vicky, who introduced me to adaptive CrossFit. I started to train consistently, and I began to push myself.
Okay, guys, so just so you know, this is our first virtual event, and you know, we're bound to have some technical difficulties, and those things happen. So we definitely appreciate your patience as we continue to move forward with that. So just to kind of recap a little bit, I want to talk about the number where you can text to pledge your amount, okay? The number that you want to text to pledge is 717-844-9340. Again, that's 717-844-9340. Guys, what you want to do is just simply text the pledge to that number, whatever amount it is. It could be $5, it could be $1, it could be 25 cents. You can text the pledge to that number. All right? So, Chris, I want to ask you, real quick, there's some people that might be watching right now. Could you give everybody like a brief Reader's Digest version of your story and what led you to this moment?
Sure. I was born normal, had a normal childhood. Those people can go out and they can definitely do some amazing things. So the I Am Able Foundation is doing just that, and we are so proud that we have the opportunity to give people the tools to redefine possible.
And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, you know, redefining that possibility. We all know that, you know, this year has been very trying. It's been very trying for all of us, but more so the adaptive community. You know, just imagine, guys, like, you know, I think back to even up to present day, you know, being a father of teenagers, and many of our kids that are in school, going to school right now and doing virtual learning, not being able to go out and interact with people, and not being able to take part of being in that social environment, what type of effect that has had on our youth. So, guys, I want you to really wrap your head around how significant and how much that has impacted the adaptive community. And as I sit here and think about it, you know, I'm fighting back tears just thinking about it. Like imagine being in that position. You know, what Chris and the I Am Able Foundation has been able to do is create resources so these amazing people can have this equipment, these bikes, and have another outlet to go out and be able to do things and adapt and overcome.
Absolutely.
Yes, I absolutely love it.
Every mile brings a new challenge. My mindset before I race is to push myself to the limit. However, there were many years after my injury where I didn't see myself as an athlete. My name is Brian Owens. I'm an adaptive CrossFit athlete training to become a Paralympic handcyclist. After becoming paralyzed, all I could think about was walking again. I was convinced for years.
Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get into the video. The next video we're going to show is about a gentleman by the name of Brian Owens. We're going to briefly recap and get right into the video. So, again, Chris. Share everybody about Brian Owens.
Brian came to us for a demo hand cycle, and when we came and picked it up, he's been nonstop ever since. He's from Baltimore, and just the aspirations that he has now to join the Paralympics and do some amazing things is something that we're very proud to be a part of his journey, and that we were able to give him the tools that he can at least get out there and try to see what he's able to do. And again, since he started, he's been nonstop. So I look forward to big things for Brian. I see a lot of wins coming up.
Take a look, guys. Brian Owens.
Every mile brings a new challenge. My mindset before I race is to push myself to the limit. However, there were many years after my injury where I didn't see myself as an athlete. My name is Brian Owens. I'm an adaptive CrossFit athlete training to become a Paralympic hand cyclist. After becoming paralyzed, all I could think about was walking again. I was convinced for years physical therapy was the only option I had. I lost my confidence as an athlete after my injury, so I never considered competing in sports would be a possibility again. My life changed when I met my personal trainer, Vicky, who introduced me to adaptive CrossFit. I started to train consistently, and I began to push myself harder and harder every workout. I was introduced to hand cycling, and instantly a passion for the sport grew within me. Hand cycling has given me a second chance at using my physical talent once again. And now I'm training to become a Paralympic hand cyclist. I'm putting everything that I can into myself, with the goal of motivating others to keep pushing themselves and to never give up. I am grateful for the I'm Able Foundation and everyone who donated, for giving me a second opportunity to be an athlete.
Wow, wow, wow. What an amazing video. Amazing video. I tell you, just watching that, again, it just takes me back to what I originally said, about how I was feeling down on myself the moment that I was watching it. And then the second that I watched it, I was like, wow, like here I am sitting here being ungrateful. And look at this guy, like doing bent over rows in his chair. Like really? Like, who does that, guys? That was amazing.
Well, that's something we don't put on our marketing, but at the same time, we want people to feel a little bit guilty, because we want people to get out there and do the best they can with what they have. And it's a great thing. I think that the adaptive athletes, we have that ability to give to provide those examples for people to follow. So hopefully people take it and run with it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it resonated with me. Straight up resonated with me. Hopefully, guys, it resonates with you. So once again, got to remind you guys to make sure that you're texting those pledges while we're sitting here right now, all right? The number that you want to text those pledges to is 717-844-9340. 717-844-9340. I think it's up here somewhere. Yep, right here, right up here. That number. You see where I'm pointing? Text to that number right there. All right, so we got another great video for you guys. I know you guys are feeling the vibe. You're feeling the emotions right now. We want to keep you inspired. We want to keep you charged up. We want to keep you pumped up. Guys, make sure you're sharing this video. If you're watching this video right now, I need you to comment. You see I'm getting fired up right now, right? You see I'm getting fired up, Marine?
Yeah.
Huh, Devil Dog?
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to get into Joanna's video. What can you tell us about Joanna?
Joanna, can't say enough great things about her. She came out and she was a part of the Alvernia OT field work, and she's been amazing. She's just she's taken on the role of being our adaptive personal trainer. So everybody who comes in there doesn't matter what their challenges are, what their abilities are. She's able to to really take the lessons that she's learned and all the things that she's amazing at, and she can help people to get better. So some of the stories you'll see in here, it's been amazing to see the improvements that she's made on the clients that have come out to I Am Able.
Awesome. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Joanne.
Hi, I'm Johanna Rice, and I am an I'm ABLE certified inclusive fitness trainer as well as an adaptive trainer, so it goes both ways. So what I do is I work with clients and I get their goals and I look at what their diagnosis is and where they plan to be and how exercise can benefit them and in what ways, and then we adapt the workouts in order to fit those goals for each individual. I kind of take an occupational therapist approach. I am in school for occupational therapy, so that gives me a little bit of an edge. I basically onboard my clients, and when I'm doing this, I learn a lot more about them. I learn about how they want their lives to improve and how to improve their quality of life. Tom and I have a really good relationship. He came in a couple months ago and he had a stroke. When I first met him, he was only able to move a little bit of his finger on his right side. So basically, all I was seeing was a little bit of movement in his fingers, and from there we've grown to him walking again. We've been working on bicep curls, we've been working on grip. So there's a lot of things that he has really worked hard on, and all of his hard work kind of goes out to him. Sandy, I've had a special relationship with because I first had her husband in here, and she talked about coming in for a little while, and for months on months I bugged her and bugged her and bugged her until she decided she was gonna come in.
Oh, with Joe, it's awesome. She pushes you but knows your limits. She is so encouraging and just full of energy, and she wants only the best for you.
And then Avelino, he's a really great client as well. He has come so far. When I first met him, he had a cane. He's a below the knee amputee, and basically he was coming in trying to figure out how we could get rid of that cane, and we did that, and now he's doing things like jump roping, deadlifting, power cleaning, and things that he's like, wow, I never ever even thought I would want to do any of this. That's been a really special relationship as well, because we've definitely he's grown, but I think I've grown even more with having him as a client. So I think people should support this foundation because it has given so many people a leg up on something that they never would have even figured existed. I actually have a new client who, her daughter found out about us in a video and said she immediately started bawling her eyes out because she never ever thought there was anything like this. To me, that's something that you can't find everywhere, and that this is just such a unique foundation, and we have such a unique purpose across the board.
An amazing story. What an amazing story. What an amazing testimonial. Joanna, wow, she is truly a rock star. Truly a rock star. So, guys, if you're just now joining us, welcome to the I Am ABLE Virtual Bash. My name is Sir Hamilton Newton. I'm the host for this evening. And sitting right beside me is the man, the myth, the legend, the hard-charging, laser light focus, Mr. Chris Kaag. He likes that. I just made that up. Hard-charging, laser light focus. Guys, so listen. We've got all types of inspirational videos that we're going to be showing you throughout the night. We want to thank you so much for joining us. And those pledges are coming in. They are coming in at rapid rates, but we want to speed it up just a little more. We want it to come in even faster. Isn't that right, Chris? So we have another video that we're going to show you guys. This gentleman's name is Andrew Kutch. And I had the pleasure of watching this video a little earlier. And another one that almost reduced me to tears. I was fighting him back, but eventually I let him go, and I'll get to when I let him go. But amazing story about this gentleman. He has a beautiful family, beautiful son. Tell us a little bit about Andrew.
Well, Andrew's been a part of our IM Fit classes, and he now participates in our Kegs crew, which is on Tuesday nights from a tabletop cycle that we had given, and it's been amazing to see the energy from this guy. His mom, I give her a lot of credit, Bernadette. She has been amazing, and she sends me videos all the time of all the things that Andrew's involved in. So once again, we've given him opportunities to do things that he has never done before. So this year for I Am ABLE, we started the Dirt Trail Classic. and he was so excited to try this because of this bike that he's been on this bike ever since the shutdown. So it's been something that we've been very happy to see, that he's definitely out there getting use of the bike that we were able to provide him with Tom and Elaine McDevitt, who we thank very much for their support.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And with that being said, guys, I give you Mr. Andrew Kutch.
We're going to be going out for a little cruise. This is the first time Andrew and I have had a chance to get out and ride together. So it's sunny out, it's warm, so we're going to take a cruise.
Well, we can talk about how we first decided to get Andrew a recumbent bike, right? Because you were riding you tried riding a regular bike for a while.
And on a new bell now.
And you have a new bell. Yeah, you do.
Gotta have a new bell.
You tried a regular bike, didn't you, a while ago? But we couldn't get one that had training wheels for the size bike that he needed. And so he was having difficulty with that. And then I think it was about 2 years ago, we were coming home from somewhere and we saw someone on a bike like yours. And Andrew said, I want one of those. I want to ride one of those. Didn't you?
Yeah, I like to ride on those, and then he's riding.
Well, since we got the bike once, we actually got the bike this time a year ago, right before the lockdown.
Yep.
And we were out every day that the weather permitted. We were out, weren't we?
Yeah.
On our bikes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I would hate to see a bike sitting there just gathering dust. I'm glad you're actually using it.
He doesn't have time to do that, does he?
That was really the only thing that we did during the lockdown, go out and ride together.
I'm proud of you, man. You get out as much as you can, and you do a lot. And you know what? I tell a lot of people a lot of things about challenging themselves and getting out there and doing that stuff. You actually listen. And I want to say that it's probably because of your mom, but it's good that you have a good support system.
We're really thankful to Tom and Elaine for, putting up the funding for Andrew's bike. We're really appreciative. And for all you guys, everything that you do, all the programs that you run. It's actually, it's made a world of difference because he's actually been able to get out, had a routine, like I said before, every day, that it was nice he was out on his bike. Whereas before, if I wanted to take a walk or something and wanted to come with me, it was a little bit harder to get him motivated. But, once he got the bike, that was something really fun to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like going fast, don't you?
And occasionally, yes.
Occasionally.
Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I tell you that the son of Mr. Andrew Kutch, I just wanted to pick him up and hold him through that screen. Amazing video, guys. If you're just now joining us, welcome to the I Am Able Virtual Bash. My name is Sir Hamilton Newton, voiceovers that defy gravity. Of course, Chris Kaag, President and CEO of I Am Able Foundation. And I'm proud to announce, guys, we are at about $10,000. So we want to keep that thing going. Now, one thing that I want to explain to you guys, okay? Those of you who are texting your pledges in, you're probably going to get a message that states you're going to get, you only have like 4 minutes and 23 seconds to pledge. We want you to completely disregard that. You can text the pledge all throughout this entire foundation, through this bash that we're having right now. You can text the pledge all throughout the bash, okay? You can text the pledge once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So I almost sang a Lionel Richie song, 3 times a lady. Almost did it, okay? So when you see that prompt and it says you only have 4 minutes and 23 seconds, disregard that. Continue to text the pledge. Share, share, share. We want to double that 10K that we're at. We want to double it to 20K. That's what I would like to see happen in the next 4 minutes and 23 seconds. You see what I did there? So, guys, as you were watching the video, Chris and I were talking about how there were two beautiful donors, and forgive me, I think it was Elaine and Tom and Elaine, how they were able to change the life of somebody by being a donor and giving somebody a bike. Chris, you wanna talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, the bikes, it may seem like a simple piece of equipment, but it's amazing the impact that it's had on Andrew. Like Bernadette said in the video, ever since the shutdown, Andrew has been out. Obviously, as long as it was nice out, he was out all the time, and giving him the ability to get out and do walks with his mom and do things with his family. So these are the kind of the examples of the great things that are able to come about from providing a bike for people. And it's a $3,500. Some bikes cost $10,000. So unfortunately, it is out of reach for some people, and that's why the I Am Able Foundation was started, because I wanted to take those obstacles out of people's way. I wanted to give them the ability to get out and be as active as possible. For anybody who's able-bodied, it's a simple thing. You can lace up your shoes, go out for a walk. But unfortunately, for people like myself and other adaptive athletes, we have to definitely be on a piece of equipment that costs a little bit.
It was just brought to my attention that Chris's drink is empty, so that's my fault, guys. I apologize, but we're going to fix that right away and get back. Thank you for pointing that out, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian Sutherland. You want to tell everybody who you are, sir? You're just going to walk up in my space and, coming up in my area.
My
tell
name's
everybody
Brian
who you are.
Sutherland.
Come this way so they can see you.
I'm going to just nestle in here between you two. I am Brian Sutherland, the Director of Development for the I Am Able Foundation, and being told where to get into the screen. I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much. I've seen some incredible athletes. Glad to work with Mateo Toro and his team at Rhetorical to get these videos going. I know that he is literally in a layover on his way to Miami, sending us the last video there of Brian. So thank you guys for pulling that all together. I know this is a heck of a lot of an effort from an entire team pulling this all together and making this happen. So I want to thank the whole committee, everybody who helped just a little bit, and like a spokes of a wheel pulled it all together. So Chris, I'm going to hand this back to you and fill your drink and let you guys proceed.
So guys, again, thank you so much, Brian. We definitely appreciate you. Again, so the number to text the pledge, guys, is 717-844. I think it's up here, 717-844-9340. Text the pledge right now, 717-844-9340. And guys, don't pay any attention to the prompt. That's saying you have 4 minutes and 23 seconds to pledge. You can pledge all throughout the bash. We encourage you to do that. All right?
All right, as in years past, every 3 feet I was toasting with somebody else. So we're going to take an opportunity, since I just got my drink filled. Everybody please raise your glass. Another toast. It's only about a quarter of the way through, so we definitely have a lot of drinking to do. Cheers, everybody.
And just so you know, I'm drinking iced coffee. That's my drink of choice. I'm just saying. I got to tell you, I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are having a great time as well. Again, text the pledge, 717-844-9340. Guys, make sure you're dropping some comments in there. We want to see who's engaging with us, who's involving with us. Drop some comments in there. Share this video. Share it. Tag some people. Tag some individuals that you may know who could benefit from this. Tag some donors that you know who has a loving and caring heart, who would be more than happy to pay things forward and help somebody who could really benefit from this amazing equipment. So we have another video, I believe. Mr. Sutherland, who do we have next, sir? All right, so the next video, we're going to go with Paul. What can you tell us about Paul, Chris?
Well, Paul is from New York, and unfortunately with the pandemic, we have not had a chance to meet him face-to-face, but we had a great talk with him on the phone, and this video says it all. It's the simple things. The fact that he cannot get, well, I'll let him tell you the story, but this piece of equipment that we were able to grant him, provides him the ability to get out and do some things that everybody would think is a simple thing. So I'm really excited for you to see his story.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Paul.
So what's nostalgic really about the beach for me is, as a kid, I would go to Cape Cod and we take vacations every summer. And what's hard as a person with a physical disability is once you get to The beach, I mean, access really stops in the parking lot. The biggest challenge though was I would get to the parking lot at the beach and push up to the sand, and that was a huge barrier for me. I could never get past that barrier without climbing onto my dad's shoulders and getting a piggyback ride to the spot that we would set up for the day. And then I couldn't really go anywhere else. I'd be stuck on my own little island. I always wanted to know what it would be like to be able to get to the water's edge by myself. And as you can see, now I can do that with the Grit Freedom chair. And now that I have been so fortunate by getting this gift from the IM ABLE Foundation and its donors, and being able to purchase this Grit Freedom chair, I can get anywhere I want, whether it's on rough terrain like a beach or a trail. It's the first time I've been able to get down to the water itself, which is a very freeing and liberating opportunity for me.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Amazing. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Sir Hamilton Newton, voiceovers that defy gravity, and Mr. Chris Kaag, the man, the myth, the legend. So we've got some music. You ready for some music?
Yes, I am. Jeff Ebert, bring it out, man. This has been a yearly staple of the Bash. There's so many people who have been following Jeff and the Blue Label for years. So I'm so excited that he has agreed to come out and entertain us this year.
All right, guys, what I want you to do is, raise your glasses, pop some popcorn, cut, split a hoagie in half, order some pizza, do what you do, get your dancing shoes ready, and I give you Mr. Jeff Ebert of Blue Label. Raise your glasses and keep those pledges coming in, guys. Keep them coming. We'll be back in about 15.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the virtual IM ABLE Bash 2021. My name is Jeff Ebert. Gonna play some songs for you. Thanks for tuning in. Hold on to me as you go, as we roll down some familiar road. Though these waves keep stringing us along, just know you're not alone, and I will make this place your home. Sit down and I'll be great. Don't pay no mind to the demons they fill you with me. Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. And I will make this place your home. Day after day I'm more confused. So I'll look for light upon the rain. I know that together the heads to lose. I feel the strain. And I'll say, oh, give it people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. So give me people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. I'm beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside is so unkind. I'm counting on you to carry me through. Oh, give me the people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. So give me the people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. When my mind is free, there's no melody can move me. When I feel blue, I know the guitar's coming through to me. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. Oh, you know I'm leaving a song. Rhythm, rhyme, and harmony. They help me along, making me strong. Oh, give you people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. Give you people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. Hey, give you people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. So give you people to free my soul. Wanna get lost in a rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me? Won't you take me? Drift away. Won't you take me? Won't you take me? Drift away. I'll play something a little more current now, but first I'm going to have a little bourbon. A little Basil Hayden. Cheers, everybody at home. Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and its sound is like a song. I want more berries and a summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Bring me in, bring me out. I don't know if I can ever go without. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if I can ever go without. Watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar strawberries on a summer evening. Baby, you're the end of June. Oh, you're blue in a summer evening. It ain't wise to wait for you. Bring me in, bring me out. I don't know if I can ever go without. Watermelon sugar high, 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 watermelon sugar high. I just want to taste, I just want to taste watermelon sugar. I just want to taste, I just want to taste watermelon sugar. Tastes like strawberries on a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want your love in that summer feeling. I don't know if I can ever go without. Watermelon sugar high, 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 watermelon sugar high. I just want to taste, I just want to taste watermelon sugar. I just want to taste, I just want to taste watermelon sugar. Watermelon sugar. I'll swallow my pride, I want to go rhyme with the lack thereof, leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find a different faith in nothing. One for my tender heart in a blender, want to spin around to a beautiful Olivia. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Burn up like a wicked captain, soft white and no so rare. I see how time has gotten stale. Tick-tock of the clock is painful, all saying it long to go. I want to tear it off the wall. Who words in clips and phrases, things sick like ginger ale. My stomach turns and I exhale. I'll swallow my pride, I want to rhyme with the lack thereof, a lady empty inside. I will swallow my doubt, tune it inside. I find a different faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender, want to spin around to a beautiful Olivia. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. SoCal is where my mind stays, but it's not my state of mind. I'm not his own, you said he's here. Oh, am I origami? Put it up and just pretend the method has a notice in your head. I want some of my pride, I want to rhyme with the lack thereof, leaving empty inside. I will swallow my doubt, turn it inside out. Find a different faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender. Wanna spin around to a beautiful Lydia. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Rendezvous. High alone in the one you don't know. Can you take heed for your ego? Bring me blind with the rascal sink when you get close, time into the bedpost. High alone in the one you don't know. You need, you don't know, you need me. Bring me blind with the rascals. Time me to the bedpost. I'll swallow my pride. I want to on the right. Put the light the rubber with me into inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out. Find a different faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender. Put this spin around to a beautiful Lydia. Rendezvous, then I'm through. Now I'm through with you. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you.
Thanks, everybody. I'll be back for another set in just a few.
I'm holding. Man, that was amazing. That was amazing. Jeff Ebert, big shout out to you, man. Big shout out to you. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Jeff is the man, and he is a crowd favorite, so hopefully everybody enjoyed seeing him this year.
I know I enjoyed it. So listen, while I guys got you here, while I have you here, guys, you'd think I was drinking that scotch with him, but I'm not. I'm drinking.
Maybe you need to drink some scotch.
I can't, you know. But so, guys, my name is Hamilton Newton, voiceovers that defy gravity, and of course, you know this handsome young gentleman here. Tell him who you are.
I am Chris Kaag, founder and the CEO of the IM ABLE Foundation.
All right, guys, just in case you're tuning in, we'd like to welcome you to the I Am Able Bash, virtual bash, the first of many to come. Hopefully not many to come, right? Hopefully next year we'll be doing this live. My fingers are crossed. So I want to send some shout-outs to some individuals who are live here on YouTube. Big hello to the lovely Bernadette Kutch. Hello, Bernadette. How are you? Mateo Toro. Who else we got? Dean Smith. That's my buddy right there.
Dean is the man.
What can you tell everybody about Dean? I just met Dean like a few weeks ago.
Well, Dean is somebody who I've been riding bikes with. He's a big-time cyclist. I've been riding with Dean for probably about 10 years ago, and I have not seen him that much in the past 10 years, but then we reconnected, and he agreed to come on. He's one of our board members now for I Am Able, and he's been an amazing addition to our board and all the things that we do because he has some incredible ideas and just an incredible amount of energy to forward into. Excuse me. He has an amazing amount of energy and all the things that we're trying to accomplish.
Hey, Brian, I think you better get this bottle of scotch, bro. He has the greatest laugh, doesn't he? Doesn't Chris? That's my Chris impression. I had to admit, I love your laugh. So what you got for me? Oh, Brian, you want to talk? He just comes up here and takes my microphone from me. Here you go.
We've got a question from the audience about what gets you up every day. I mean, before the bash started, we heard some comments from Janisha talking about how pissed off she was at you for just being so damn happy all the time, and what enables you to wake up every day and find that passion to help other people.
I tell you what, this all started when I was in the hospital before I was diagnosed, and I come from a very big family. Amazing mom, dad. I have 6 brothers and sisters, and I sort of took the attitude that I did not want them to have to suffer seeing me have to deal with the things that I'm dealing with, because it's not only the person that has the challenge or has the traumatic accident or the challenges. It's the people around them that love them.
And that's the attitude that I took. And now I thank everybody who is part of this organization, because it gets me up every single day. There's been times where I tell the story all the time. I fell out of my truck, getting ready to go to work, and busted my head on the ground, and I looked at my watch after I wiped the blood off my face, and tried to get back into my truck. I saw I had 10 minutes to get to the gym, and once I got there, I just got out and came in, shook hands, hugged, and put my smile. And that has been the thing that has kept me motivated and moving in the right direction, because I do not want anybody to see me deal with the things that I'm dealing with and not be just happy. So it makes me want to put a smile on my face every time I see my people.
I can't stop smiling. You just make me smile, man. Oh, how can you not love this guy? I mean, can I give you a hug? I'm sorry. I just love him. I love him. My wife's here in the audience here, and honey, I might not be coming home tonight. I might not be coming home. Guys, I'm having a blast, and I really hope that you are as well. Let's see who else is checking in with us here. Stu Fornoff is checking in. Hey, Stu, how you doing? Lynn Hawkins. We got Liz Jones. Hey, Liz, how are you? Definitely appreciate you for checking in. Let's see who else we got. Berks Women Inspiring Women. Big shout out to them. Virgil Call. Am I saying right? Call. Virgil, how you doing, Virgil? Appreciate you checking in. So, guys, I want to talk to you about, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the money, the funds are coming in. We definitely appreciate you texting to pledge. The number is right above my head. Is that correct, Mr. Producer Man in the back? Yes, the number is right up here. Text to pledge. Any amount that you can, all right? We want to see somebody text to pledge 2 more bikes right now, okay? Because right now, there is a young man or a young woman, and we're going to see a video about this in a little bit with the IM Fit classes and the beautiful youth that are participating in these classes. But there are so many individuals who really could use this equipment right now. So I challenge and encourage you to text to pledge the amount for 2 more of these amazing bikes. How much are they?
There's a big range of prices, but $2,500 is the amount that we're going to go with.
And I know some of y'all got that stimulus check. I'm just keeping it real. The way we say it in the hood, put that stimmy to good use. Yes, I'm going to be myself, Chris. Is that okay?
Be yourself.
Thank you. So, guys, in all seriousness, text to pledge that dollar amount. You can text to pledge that dollar amount throughout the entire duration of the bash. We encourage you to do that. Not now, but right now. We want to make somebody happy. We want to change some lives and encourage and uplift others like this handsome guy does right here.
Well, that goes without saying. When I first got out of the Marine Corps and I first started having my problems, I could not ride a bike anymore. And once I came across hand cycles, and I realized that I could still get out and ride. It's been nonstop ever since then. So to give that ability to get out and do the things that they thought that they couldn't do because of the fact that they have a challenge now is pretty amazing. So we thank everybody who would step up to make this happen.
Yes, we definitely thank you. So switching gears, before we get into the next video, I want to talk about that real quick. It is I believe it's the IM Fit classes. Okay. And Chris, before we get into that, we're going to actually talk a little bit about it, but the individuals who participate in that, before they even jump into the virtual classes, there you fire them up a little bit sooner, but you don't jump on right away. Can you tell everybody what that's all about? I think this is so cool.
Well, speaking of putting a smile on your face, this puts a smile on my face every single time. So unfortunately, with being shut down, we've had to do Zoom. But you know what? I try to look at the positive of everything, and these Zoom classes have been amazing. And the kids get on, and they have a 30-minute social hour. And that's been one of the things that when I Am Fit first started, I asked parents, what is it that we don't have around here? What is it that we can do for our community? And one of the moms said, my son can't make friends, and that totally punched me right in the face. So when we were in person, we'd have 20, 30, 40, 50 kids out at a time, and just give them that ability to make friends. and to socialize and be around, some people who were, just their buds. And now with the Zoom class that we're doing, it's so great to be able to see them have that half hour of that time just to get on, chat with each other, and mix it up. And believe me, I've recorded a number of conversations, and these conversations are hysterical. I mean, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 6 o'clock, I'll be laughing because these young people, and I want to say kids, but they're not kids. There's some 29-year-olds, Andrew, but these people are just make my entire night. So I want to thank everybody who makes it possible for these IM Fit classes to happen.
So with that being said, guys, prepare to have your hearts warmed and get ready for that big smile. We're going to roll that beautiful footage right now, the IM Fit classes.
I mean, the foundation has brought us into a space where we didn't think would otherwise be in terms of fitness and activity. And what the IM Fit classes do especially is, being present in that facility where able-bodied people do so much for themselves, and to be able to do that, to have those classes and access to the equipment and everything else and instructors. It's just awesome. It's awesome. It really just kind of plants that fitness seed where it otherwise probably wouldn't be there and it would be out of reach. And then the socialization too, just being around other kids and people and teenagers who have their own set of difficulties, to see them doing it too. And there's no judgment, there's no, expectation of greatness or PRs or anything else. It's just your PR is showing up and doing it to the best of your ability. And for us, it's just a fantastic thing to witness and to watch.
I don't know, unless you've been in our situation or in a situation like ours, how much it means to have doors opened up for you. And my guess is all of you who donate don't get to see everybody on a regular basis, but you're making a difference day after day. And it's really special for us because we're in it, but we want you to know that we appreciate the generosity, the love that you've shown. Even if it's not dollars, it can be your time. And those things are very special to us, and it's something that we hold dear.
Basically, what the IM Fit and the bike, like the fact that people donated to that, and especially like you don't know how much and how much we are grateful as people that receive the benefit of the bikes and the IM Fit. Like, it just, for me personally, I just feel like it has, one, opened up doors for me and shown me that, yes, people without disabilities do understand, other than these two. While other gyms, they don't make it as accommodating for people like me, but whereas I Am Able, makes it so basically anybody can, if they put their mind to it. Yes, it's pretty hard, pretty dang hard, but if you put your mind to it, it just, you could do anything basically.
Right on, man.
Yeah, we just started a course fitness. It's me, Nathan, Jameson, and Austin. We started until 2019 and 2020. It was nice. And to have sweatshirts and stuff.
I have a sausage, and cauliflower.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's in my tummy.
It's very good.
Hello,
Hey,
Chris.
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hey, where's my chest? Oh, Jameson.
Hey.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Nothing much.
Mr. Tarzan.
Hello, Chris.
What's up? How you doing, Dalton?
I miss hearing that 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah,
Say that every single time.
What's it called? What's it called?
We're just gonna have to get. I don't even know where the heck it's at. We're gonna have to get that and give that to you so you can keep it at your house.
No, I'm fine. Which time it is? What's it called? That?
I forget. It's just a timer.
Is key because he misses the in-person classes. So in order for him to still socialize, I love to try to bend an ear and listen to them when they're socializing before they start exercising. That's huge. But the fact that he is so into exercising and getting fit, I never thought I never thought I'd be able to motivate him to do that. So you guys have all motivated him to do that. And that's huge. I mean, he does it every day, even when he doesn't have his classes, he's doing something. He got a Fitbit for Christmas he wanted, so he tracks his steps now, checks his heart rate. So, and he hasn't been able to work since last March because of the pandemic. So this is his key thing to socialize and to be able to do something that he really loves. So that's huge. And I think, just like I said, over the past 2.5 years that he's been doing this, I've just seen a change in him. He's grown socially, emotionally, physically, and has made even more friends. So, I mean, that's key. He's living a good life, and that's what we always dreamt for him when he was a baby. So it's super important. You want to say anything else, buddy?
Well, I do.
Okay, I figured.
Well, I like to spend time with Chris. He's awesome.
The camera.
And I say thank you. We'll go with you. You're awesome.
Man, jeez. You're pretty awesome as well, Kyle.
Thank you, Chris. You too.
To the folks who are making the donations and, you know, helping this whole program to even be possible, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because inclusion is a huge thing for these kids, and they need to be able to do what every other citizen does in this world. And for him to have this opportunity is huge.
So what do the classes and the time that we spend together, what does that mean to your family?
I like my family.
You like your family?
What do you think it means to Daddy that you have that class?
It makes my dad happy.
Makes your dad happy. Awesome.
Just that he's participating in something, because there's nothing else right now. Special Olympics not going on.
Yeah.
And I know he misses going over to your building.
Yep.
On that, we were going Thursday nights. Yeah, I missed that part actually too, that he gets out.
Yeah, we all miss that.
We've been pretty much staying at home.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's the one of the biggest things is the socialization part. I think that's just as important as the physical, part of it.
Yeah.
So I love putting the Zoom class on 30 minutes ahead of time and just watching you guys have a conversation. It's hysterical.
Yeah, I like when guys come on ahead of time.
Yep.
Then they interact with each other.
Yep.
A lot of times until you get on, they've already had quite a few conversations.
Well, that's great. I mean, is that something that, you guys are happy that, I Am Able's been able to give you guys that opportunity, regardless of the pandemic and regardless of the shutdown?
Yep. And we appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
It's been a good release for Chris, because like I said, we're just staying home.
Yep.
There's no social
Yeah.
thing to go to or do.
We got to keep you occupied, Chris. We know you're a busy man with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is something you'd like to say to anybody who supports I Am Able, who gives us the ability to make these opportunities happen?
What would you say the question again?
I said, what would you say to the people who support I Am Able and give I Am Able the opportunity to, or give the tools to make these opportunities happen?
How about a big thank you?
Great, thank you.
And it's very appreciated.
Man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man. Tearjerker, tearjerker. That's the one that broke me. That's the one. Right there. How about you?
Those are the conversations that I love. I could seriously just talk to them all the time. And again, when we were in person, we would definitely be doing a lot of talking and not getting much work done. But it's still awesome to be able to have them around and to hear them talk.
Yes, yes, yes. So, guys, listen, make sure you're texting to pledge right now. The number is right above my head, right above my head. My super producer took my number down in front of me on my teleprompter, so I'm just going to point up. It's okay. It's okay, super producer. All right, guys, so make sure you text to pledge to the number above my head right now. It starts with a 7 and a 1 and a 7. Text to pledge right now. I think we're a little over 35,000, and we're still waiting on some people to text to pledge a few of those bikes. For the amazing individuals that we just saw. There's plenty of individuals out there right now who could really benefit with this equipment right now. Like they could really benefit with it, not just like in the future, but more so during this whole pandemic. You know, it's been a rough road for many of us. But just imagine how rough it's been for those individuals in the adaptive community.
Yeah, and the prices of the adaptive equipment, unfortunately, are not as cheap as going to Walmart and getting your son a bike. You know, anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 is what a bike costs. So, you know, any contribution to be able to make that happen is definitely appreciated.
Yes, and we definitely appreciate it. All right, guys. So again, the number that you want to get to is 717. Thank you, super producer. 717-844-9340. It's right above my head. 717-844-9340. Everybody's probably looking at me like I was drinking some of your scotch, huh?
You're missing out on the good stuff.
I know that's right. So listen, before we get into the video, a couple quick shout outs that I want to send out. Sherry Fager, big shout out to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here? I hit the wrong button. Chris Kreveling, shout out to you. Thank you so much for checking in with us, Chris. And Jan Kimlick or Klimick, I apologize if I said your name wrong, but I wanted to shout you out. Yes, that's Jan. Hey, Aunt Jan. Hey, Aunt Jan. I bet Aunt Jan I bet she can make a beautiful apple pie. She sound like she can cook, huh? She a baker. Aunt Jan, I want an apple pie tomorrow, Easter Sunday. Can she bake?
Right. That's it. That's his.
Oh, that's Brian. That's your okay. Aunt Jan, I'm requesting. Sir Hamilton Newton wants a baked apple pie from Ohio. Yes, ship it from Ohio. Text to pledge the apple pie. Aunt Jan, I need that. Okay, are we ready to get into the next video?
Let's get it.
All right. So this video that we're about to show you guys, it's a beautiful family. It's the Burrow family. What can you tell us about them?
Nathan has been great. He's actually a former Army medic. So the instantaneous veteran connection that we had was pretty apparent. He came down to my house, and actually no, I first met him at our first adaptive mountain bike day that we did at Blue Marsh. And you know, again, this is something that he has not been able to do. He had a lot of injuries in Iraq and Afghanistan, and you know, now that he's back, he's still trying to get his life back together and trying to do the things that he can. And when we gave him the opportunity to get on a bike, it was something that was very enjoyable for him to see what he could do. And now he's been coming out to my house, and you know, I took him on his first official mountain bike ride up on Neversink Mountain, and he just could not wait to tear at it. So it was great to see that this guy is definitely going to get out there and get after it when we get him his new bike that we just awarded him at our last board meeting.
All right, guys. He's the guy from the what? Oh, he's the gentleman from the Fall Appeal. Yes, you might remember him from the fall appeal. So big shout out to Nathan. We're going to get into the footage right now. Here's Nathan, beautiful Burrow family.
Sing it. Oh, the Lord is good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me all things I need. Sign the tree and the apple seed, the Lord is good to me. Amen, amen, amen. Yeah! Just want to give a blessing over this food, just for the friendship of Chris, for the I Am Able Foundation, just the fact that we can enjoy this meal together. So, safe travels home, and just a wonderful time. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you for joining us, good sir.
Thank you for having me. Want some carrots? No.
We can serve it to you, that's okay.
You sell bikes?
Do I didn't sell bikes?
Yeah.
I don't sell bikes, no. I give bikes. Like the foundation, we give bikes and then we give to people. Like we're gonna give it your dad.
My dad?
Yeah, your dad. This guy right here.
Daddy?
Yeah, daddy.
My dad?
You know you're here. Everybody's like, what? You know that Chick-fil-A fan? I'm like, I'm sauce for the day. So.
Those are prop children.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, that's the thing that I get the most enjoyment out of, just seeing, like, seriously, dude, when we were out the other night, like, that was awesome. Just to see you finally tearing it up. It's like, that's the kind of, that's the cool stuff I love, just seeing that you can see, like, how much more you can do, because that's something you've never done.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, gosh, almost a decade. It's been like probably 8 years since I've gotten back on a bike. So to be able to, you know, just the fact that the VA was willing to loan one, and then they were like, hey, talk to Lancaster Recumbent. I'm like, okay. You know, they're like, maybe we can get you one. Ends up they weren't able to, which is understandable. They're helping guys that are obviously a lot worse shape than I am. But Scott was like, hey, I'm on the board of I'm Able. He called you that day, and so we met up that day, you know, and you let me try your bike, which was all, I didn't even know a bike like that even existed. I want to challenge myself. I've always enjoyed challenging myself. So to be able to get in there and get onto the bike.
Get after it.
Exactly, yeah. And like, you know, my wife Ziba, she asked me, she's like, what do you miss so much about it? And I'm like, it's not so much like I miss the riding and stuff like that, but it's like, I want to conquer something.
Yep.
I like look at a mountain, I'm like, the only way you could enjoy that beautiful view is you got to get to the top of it. And the only people who can enjoy it are the ones who get to the top of it, you know? So to be able to do that is like what, you know, just brings that back to me, is to be able to say, I get to do that again. That's just what's awesome about it, is we look at something and we say, no, like, those are people. You know, we want them to be able to fit in, to be a normal part of it. We want them to contribute.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the best places to be, is not to be, you know, there's times in my life where I feel like I'm dead weight. You know what I mean? I'm like, just kind of dump me off. You know, I don't produce anything, kind of, you know, I'm not like giving my worth, but when I can come back and be a contributing member of society, you know, after going through so many things, it's like, that's what I really want. you know, and to be able to go out and find a new community that I can adapt with and keep up with, you know, it just changes things.
So that was Nathan. Incredible time. I had a chance to go out to Carlisle last week and have dinner with Ziba and the family, which was amazing. But this is something that, you know, every year for the bash, actually for every event in general, we provide an adaptive piece of equipment. So once again, everybody can see where their money's going. You know, I want people to understand. I want people to meet the people who their contributions helped. And Nathan would have been one of our grant recipients this year. And that bike that he was riding is a demo bike, but his bike is on order. But that's something that anybody who has supported I Am Able has made happen. So again, thank you so much to everybody who has made possibilities happen to get people like Nathan and everybody else who wants to get out and redefine possible for buying them a cycle, because a lot of times it's not within their power. So you've made that happen.
Yes, yes. All right, guys. So let's go. Let's keep those pledges coming in. All right. 717-844-9340. 717-844-9340. All right. Let's see if we can get 2 more bikes to come in. 3 more bikes. All right. You know, so we can be a blessing to somebody out there. So you be a blessing to somebody out there. All right. So what do we have coming up next, Mr. Brian? No, we can't forget about this guy right here. This young lady. This young lady right here is amazing, absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for you to see this story now. When I watched Devin's story, this immediately put me in a place where I really needed to check myself. What can you tell us about Devin?
I could say a lot of things about Devin, and I know she's on here, so I don't want to blow her head up too much. But she reached out to me back in 2015. She's in New York, so she's outside of our giving area. But just talking to her, I said we have to take a chance with her. So we provided her grant, and it's been amazing to see the journey that she's been on. She has totally changed her life, and her husband Tom, you know, they've totally adjusted the way that they do things. Their nutrition, their exercise, everything they do is now different, and it's been amazing to see where she's come from the time we gave her first Force 3 hand cycle to the one we just gave her last year. It's been an amazing experience to watch all the things that she's been able to accomplish, and I look forward to seeing even bigger and better things.
With that being said, check out Devin.
When I was 11 years old, I promised the nurse I'd run the Boston Marathon, if I grew up. I didn't know it at the time, but I'd never run again. But 28 years later, almost to the day, I won the women's handcycle division of the 2019 Boston Marathon. My name is Devin Murphy, and I'm a pediatric cancer survivor. I never expected my life to be like this. For the longest time, I merely existed. I didn't know what adaptive sports were, so I tried to fit in where I could. It was like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. For so long, I lived my life in the shadows, desperately trying to go unnoticed. But connecting with Chris and the I Am Able Foundation, everything changed. That's when I learned to shine. This has always been bigger than me. It's never been about podiums or medals or sponsorships. For me, it's always been about being strong enough to pull myself up when I fall. But more than that, it's been about helping others find their shine. Every morning we wake up, we decide how we live our lives. We get to choose how we're going to take on every challenge. We get to choose if we're going to give up or get up. We only get one life. Live it.
What an amazing story right there. Shout out to Miss Devin. Shout out to her.
So proud of you, Devin, and I'm so proud of the example that you set for so many strong women.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at you. I was stupid. I was staring at my wife. All right, guys, listen. I'm just going to get right to it. It's our anniversary weekend. I'm sorry. My wife is fine. My wife is beautiful, and I can't keep my eyes off her. Listen, guys, I'm going to be straight up with you. We need a $10,000 match right now. Right now, okay? This is what I need you to do. Text your pledge to 717-844-9340. All right? We've got about, what do we got, about 10 minutes left? We got about 10 minutes left. So let's turn those minutes into thousands. Let's get a $10,000 match because we just got one in, correct?
Yes, sir. Brian just told me he just got a text in, and we have an anonymous donor who pledged $10,000, and we're looking to match that.
All right. So I know somebody out there right now, those heartstrings were tugged on. We are looking for somebody right now with that giving heart to match the $10,000 donation that we just received. And thank you to my man Brian for keeping us informed with everything. All right. So again, we want you to text your pledge to 717-844-9340. Keep those comments coming in. Tag some people. Share this video. Share it, share it, share it, and share it again. Share it on every single page that you know, all across social media, YouTube. Tag some people and keep those comments coming in. All right. We're looking for someone or a few people to match that $10,000 donation that we just received. Who is it going to be?
So, this year has been a challenging year for everybody, ourselves included. And, something that, I promote all the time: improvise, adapt, overcome, and keep moving forward and keep, just doing as best you can. And that's something that we've been able to do with our community. So I thank everybody who has supported I Am Able, who has believed in our mission and given us the ability to keep our community tight, make sure that everybody's still connected with everybody. And you see the I Am Fit kids, see the grant recipients that we've been able to award during this time. We've been able to redefine possible. And thank you so much to everybody. But that is not going to stop. There's so many people out there that still don't have those abilities to get out. So your contribution will definitely go a long way. So thank you so much for stepping up.
All right, guys, we definitely thank you. We definitely appreciate it. So I'd say we got about 8 minutes or so. 8 minutes or so. All right, the pledges are coming in. Keep them bad boys coming in right now. We got a $250 pledge coming in. We're trying to match that $10,000 donation that we just received, guys. Text your pledge right now to 717-844-9340. Text that pledge in right now, all right? Oh, we just bumped up to 2,500. 2,500 we just bumped up to. Is that what am I looking at that right? Wow. Okay, let's keep it coming. That's a bike right there, right? Sure. All right, so let's keep it coming, all right? We want to match that $10,000 donation that we just received, and we are somewhat there. Not quite there, but somewhat there, all right? Keep it coming in, guys. Again, text the pledge to 717-844-9340. Share this video. Tag this video. Let's get this thing pumped up, guys. We got about 8 minutes or so to go. I'm going to send some shout-outs here. Dean Smith, we appreciate everything that you're doing, brother. Sophie Cannon says she's sending lots of love from Sheila and the Cannon family. Thank you for bringing us an evening of inspiration. That's from her.
Well, now that I saw Sophie on there, please tell Stella we said hello. Stella, how are you, sweetheart? So good to see you, hopefully, eventually sometime soon.
Yes, shouts out to you as well. All right, let's see where we're at here. They're still coming in, but they're not moving fast enough. Let's keep it coming in. All right, we just got a $200 donation. Thank you for that. A $50 one came in, guys. Keep it coming in. 717-844-9340. A $20 donation just came in. Thank you very much. We're up to $50,000 right now. Let's keep it coming in. We're trying to match that $10,000 donation that we just received about 15 minutes ago. Thank you guys for those donations that are coming in. Please text the pledge to 717-844-9340. All right. Ignore the prompt that says you have 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Keep those pledges coming in. Keep them coming in. Not now, but right now. You're going to be a blessing to somebody, okay? You're going to be a blessing to somebody.
For those of you who've been at the Bash for years with us, you know how much of a dance party this is. And after we are done talking about business and trying to get as much as we can before we turn it over to Jeff Ebert to play us out for the closing, because Jeff has been an amazing guy, and you know what? Every single year that dance floor is never empty. So hopefully once he gets on, play some tunes, hopefully everybody will start to stand up and shake it out.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're lucky that we're not live and direct in front of each other, because I do one heck of a running man. I do one heck of what was it, the Carlton, where he does this thing to the Apache. Jeff, do you do Apache? I'll do the Apache dance. Or we could do this one right here. This one right here, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know you watched that.
just break it down simply, man. Don't try to overdo it.
I'm the king of overdoing it. So let me break it down for you guys right now. Everybody that is on this feed right now, I'd say we got about 75 people on this feed. If each and every one of you donated $25 right now, that would make a significant impact. Everybody that can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, that can see this handsome man sitting next to me right now, if you're watching this right now, what I need you to do, your buddy's like, no, he's not handsome. What's his name? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Everybody that's watching this right now, if everybody were to donate $25, each and every single person, we have 71 people on here right now, it's $25. Just donate $25. Everybody that's watching right now, 25. Is that going to be you? 717-844-9340. 1,000 just came in. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Keep going strong until the end.
Yep, we're going to ride this thing. We're going to keep this thing going. $1,000 just came in, all right? Everybody that's on, if you could just donate $25, that's it. I challenge and encourage each and every one of you that's watching right now. Throw in another 25. Let's keep it going, all right? We got about 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go, and then we're going to send it over to Jeff. There goes the $25. Just came in. We appreciate you. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. There's another 25. There's another 25. We got about 69 more 25s to go. Let's keep them coming in, guys. Let's keep them coming in. Let's keep them coming in.
You know what? We welcome everybody who supports us. So they're very well. This whole thing with the pandemic has been actually pretty good because we've been able to expose I Am Able's badge to people around the country, which is something that we've never been able to do. So if there's anybody out there that has never been a part of I Am Able, has never been to any of our events or any of our things that we do at our facilities, please, I want to welcome everybody to come out. Because you know what? We can sit up here and talk all day about the impact that these people have on us, but you'll see firsthand why we get so passionate and why we get so...
Let it go, man. Let them fall. Let them fall.
No, this is something that we get very, very passionate, very excited about all the things that we've been able to do, and all good.
I love him. I love this guy. I love him. So while Chris was talking, guys, we had a $50 donation come in. We also had 2 more 25s coming in. So thank you all for making that pledge. We appreciate it. Guys, we have 2 minutes and 56 seconds left. I see a $500 pledge just came in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 717-844-9340. Keep those pledges coming in, guys. Keep them coming in. Be a blessing to somebody right now. Be a blessing. Make sure, guys, you follow I Am Able Foundation on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow, you like, you share, IamAbleFoundation.org. Another $250 donation just came in. $100, a $500. Keep them coming in, guys. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Let's keep them coming in. Even if it's the $25, let's keep those bad boys coming in. You want to say anything else, Chris?
Yeah, you know what? Come on board. Get a part of this journey that I've been on since 2007 to see the impact that donating $25 can have on somebody is pretty amazing. So I want everybody to be able to share and all the things that we do. We're not just asking you to write a check. Well, yes, we are. But at the same time, we want you to see exactly where your money's going. We are very proud of the fact that we take every dollar we raise and use those to the best. So we affect a lot of people, and the contributions that you make that happen. So thank you so much.
We truly appreciate it. We truly appreciate it. All right, guys, we've got about a minute and a half. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it going, all right? All right, our last donation was $250. We've got a minute and a half to go. You want to text your pledge to 717-844-9340. Again, 717-844-9340. Another $25 pledge just came in. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. A little over a minute to go, guys. Let me send some shout-outs here. Who we got? Hey, Lynn, how you doing? We appreciate you. Big shout-out to Mr. Dean Smith. Thank you again so much. A $50 pledge just came in. Let's keep them going, guys. All right, the countdown is on. We have 1 minute left, exactly 1 minute left. Who is going to pledge that bike right now? Who's going to pledge that $2,500 bike right now? Who's going to pledge it? Who's going to pledge that $2,500 bike?
Hi, everybody. Everybody who I'd like to thank all the host houses who pulled all their friends together. You guys did it because you believe in the I Am Able Foundation. You believe here in this Mr. Chris Kaag. I want to thank Sir Hamilton. I want to thank CJ for hosting us. Alan, thank you for showing up and giving some moral support. Candace, thank you for giving some moral support. All the host houses, guys. We've got 15 seconds left, guys. Rally your troops. Tell everybody, let's go. You put them up. You gave food and drink and the atmosphere and the love and the passion. Tell them to pull out their wallets, their cell phones, and text 717-844-9340. Do it right now, guys. We got a couple seconds left, and you know what? You can do that after the time has elapsed. I understand, and you know what? If you missed your opportunity tonight, you can always go to I Am Able Foundation and donate online. So thank you very much for coming out. Thank you, everybody who helped pull this together. We have nothing but love for you guys out there, and look forward to getting together with you in person as soon as possible. What did we do? How did we do? 53,165 and counting. Great job. That's 10 bikes and a lot of programming for individuals out there who are coming to the I Am Able Foundation asking for our help and our support. We're there for them, and we want to thank you for being there for us. So have a good evening, everybody. Get home safe. Right now, Jeff, we're going to turn it over to Jeff, unless you have some closing words, Chris.
I really look forward to having Jeff close us out. Again, thank you, Jeff. Thank you for everybody who's involved in this night. I mean, this is not a one-man show. This is a group of people who are very passionate and very believing in the I Am Able mission. So I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this, and I hope everybody has a great night. And again, Brian said, be safe going home, but everybody's at home right now, so you should be good. Cheers, everybody.
I am able.
All right, right back at it. You know I'm chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night. Weddings are fed to us right. And the radio. Raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine. That's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine. Where the peaches grow. My house is not much to talk about. But it's filled up with scone and southern ground. And a little bit of chicken fried. Old beer on Friday night. The buildings are fed to us right. Radio, I see the sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a sister's stride, know a mother's love. Ain't it funny how it's the little things in life that mean the most? Where you live, or what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign or peace of mind, this I can't know. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise a glass this morning, so to a little bit of chicken fried. Old beer on a Friday night, the buildings are fit to us right, and the radio, let's see the sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a sister's style, I know the mother's love.
And for the stars and stripes, may freedom forever fly. Let it rain, salute the ones who die, and the ones who give their lives, so we don't have to sacrifice all the things we love, like our chicken fried. Whole beer on Friday night, but there's things that fit us right. And the radio, let's see the sunrise. See love in a woman's eyes, feel touch of the best of style. Know her mother's love gets a little chicken fried. Whole beer on Friday night, there's things that fit us right. And the radio, let's see the sunrise. See love in a woman's eyes, feel touch of the best of style. Know her mother's love. She's back in the atmosphere, tied to Jupiter in her head. She acts like summer and walks like rain, reminds it that there's time to change it. Sent to return of a stay of the moon, she listens like spring, but she talks like June. To see the lights all faded, and that heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? One without a permanent scar, and that's who miss me while you were looking for yourself out there. Well, there she's back. Facing away through the constellation. She checks out more to watch the side for miles that they're rooting away. There she's back in the atmosphere. I'm afraid to see my thing of me as plain on saying now some man who's too late to find. Tell me, did the wind sweep off your feet? Did you finally get a chance to dance along the light of day? Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, the Venus blow your mind. Wants everything one is fine, and that's you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there. Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, did you sail close or something? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights all faded? And that heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? Born without a permanent scar, and that's who miss me while you looking for yourself. Get a chance to you guys are enjoying yourselves. Hope you have a drink if you want. Hope you're wearing green. Happy belated St. Patty's Day. Play some Cars. I was dancing down the street with your sweet blue eyes. Every new boy that's me doesn't know the real surprise. Here's he calls again. We'll see his destiny, the stormy sky. She'll make it flip. Here's he calls again. We'll see his destiny, the stormy sky. I kinda like the way she does. She's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. And she used to be mine. She's so fine. You got some nuclear boots and your drip dry gloves. When you bite your lip, that's the reaction to love. Here's he calls again. We'll see his destiny, the stormy sky. She'll make it flip. Here's he calls again. We'll see his destiny, the stormy sky. I kinda like the way she does. She's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. As she used to be mine. She's so fine. I was dancing down the street with your slate blue eyes. Every new boy that's me doesn't know the real surprise. Here's he calls again. We'll see his destiny, the stormy sky. She'll make it flip. Here's he calls again. We'll see his destiny, the stormy sky. I kinda like the way she does. She's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. And she used to be mine. She's so fine. My best friend's girlfriend. My best friend's girlfriend. My best friend's girlfriend. My best friend's girl. She used to be mine. All right, got one more for you. I'm gonna play some Beatles and send you guys off. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking your words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking your words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Speaking your words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Speaking your words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. So whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shining till tomorrow, let it be. Wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. You whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Thanks again, everybody. I'm Jeff Everett. Have a great time.